Have you ever been excited about a new project only to watch your enthusiasm fade before you reach the finish line? Maybe it's a book you promised yourself you'd write, a course you began, a side business you dreamt of launching, or even a personal goal like fitness or learning a new skill. You start with energy, vision, and ambition, but somehow, you never finish. Here's the harsh truth. Starting is easy. Finishing is hard. And the reason most people never finish isn't laziness. It's a combination of mindset traps, hidden psychological patterns, habits, and environmental factors that quietly sabotage your progress. 7. You're motivated by excitement, not commitment. Let's start with the easiest trap to fall into: chasing excitement instead of building commitment. Starting feels thrilling. A new idea lights up your brain, releasing dopamine and creating a natural high. You feel unstoppable for a few days, maybe even a week. But as soon as novelty fades, your motivation fades too. Starting a project is like lighting a fire with matches. It burns bright for a moment, but without structure and persistence, the flames die. Most people mistake this initial burst of energy for a sustainable driving force. Consider a friend who started learning guitar. The first week was pure excitement. By week 3, chords felt repetitive, progress seemed slow, and motivation dropped. If she had relied on excitement alone, she would have quit. But by creating a commitment plan, like practicing 15 minutes daily, regardless of mood, she eventually played full songs confidently. Practical exercise. Write down one goal you've recently abandoned. Underneath it, write 5 non-negotiable actions you can commit to doing daily or weekly. Not when you feel like it, but no matter what. Commit first, rely on excitement second. 6. You're overwhelmed by the scope. Big goals can be inspiring and paralyzing. The human brain struggles when it sees enormous tasks without clear steps. This mental overload triggers avoidance, even when you feel motivated. Imagine staring at a 300-page book you want to write. The sheer size feels impossible. Your brain doesn't know where to start, so it quietly shuts down motivation. Many people start projects they can't visualize completing, and before they know it, momentum is lost. Breaking large tasks into smaller, actionable steps is essential. Want to write that book? Commit to 200 words a day. That's just a fraction of the total, but repeated consistently, it compounds into completion. Similarly, fitness goals should be broken into weekly workouts and progressive milestones rather than abstract, get-in-shape targets. Practical exercise. Pick one project and list all the small steps required to complete it. Focus only on the next actionable step each day. Completion becomes inevitable when overwhelming tasks feel achievable. 5. Perfectionism kills progress. Perfectionism is subtle but devastating. Many people start projects intending to do them flawlessly. The moment something isn't perfect, a draft isn't polished, a presentation isn't slick, a plan isn't fully aligned, self-doubt creeps in and halts progress. Perfectionism convinces you that half-finished is failure, when in reality, imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. For example, a designer may start building a website, but abandon it after weeks of tweaking fonts and colors because it doesn't feel perfect. A budding entrepreneur may never launch a product due to endless optimization. Action, even flawed, moves you forward. Practical exercise. Pick a project you've been avoiding due to perfectionism. Commit to completing a minimum viable version this week. Release, adjust, and refine. Action creates momentum. Perfection creates paralysis. 4. You lack clear priorities. One of the biggest reasons people fail to finish is scattered focus. Ambition without clarity spreads energy thin, leaving projects incomplete. Think about someone juggling learning guitar, launching a blog, and starting a fitness plan simultaneously. Without prioritizing one, effort is diluted. Momentum never builds. Finishers focus ruthlessly. They pick the highest impact goal, allocate time and energy, and avoid distractions until it's completed. Once one project is finished, they move to the next with clarity and confidence. Practical exercise. List all your active projects. Assign a priority score from 1 to 5 based on impact and urgency. Commit to fully completing the top 1 or 2 before moving to others. Focus drives results. 3. You fear. What comes after completion? Fear of the unknown often stops people from finishing. Completion signals change, new responsibilities, expectations, or challenges. Subconsciously, your brain may resist this transition. An entrepreneur hesitates to launch a business because success might change their lifestyle or relationships. A student may avoid finishing a thesis, fearing career expectations or life shifts after graduation. This fear of the future creates invisible resistance. Unstoppable finishers recognize this fear and act despite it. They know that growth and transformation require discomfort, and the reward of completion outweighs the fear of change. Practical exercise. Identify a project you've stalled on. Ask yourself, what am I afraid will happen if I finish? Then write a plan to manage those outcomes. Naming fears reduces their power and opens the path to completion. 2. You underestimate the power of consistency. Starting feels like action. Finishing requires persistent, daily effort. Many people underestimate the compounding power of consistent progress and rely on sporadic bursts of motivation. Consider writing a book. Writing 200 words daily feels small, almost inconsequential. But in a year, that's over 70,000 words. Enough to publish a full book. Learning a skill for 30 minutes daily adds up to mastery in months. Consistency beats intensity. Finishers design micro-habits, routines, and rituals that guarantee progress. Motivation may fluctuate, but habits carry them forward. Practical exercise. Pick one goal. Identify one small daily action that guarantees progress. Commit to it for 30 days without fail. Even tiny steps compound into unstoppable momentum. 1. You're not taking ownership. Finally, the most critical factor. Finishers take complete ownership of their projects. They don't rely on motivation, external validation, or perfect conditions. They accept responsibility for every success, setback, and delay. Ownership turns obstacles into challenges instead of excuses. It eliminates procrastination, half-hearted effort, and blame. People who finish develop a mindset that no one else is responsible for their results. For example, marathon runners succeed not because they are naturally gifted, but because they own the process. Every mile, every early morning, every sore muscle. They accept responsibility, adjust, and keep moving forward. Practical exercise. For each unfinished project, ask, how can I fully own this outcome? Then list 3 concrete actions you can take this week to move it closer to completion. Ownership breeds results. Finish what you start. Stop leaving potential incomplete. Momentum, growth, and transformation come only to those who push through, persist, and take action until the very end. If this inspired you to finally complete what you begin, subscribe please.